Deuteronomy 6 and verse 17. You shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and his testimonies and his statutes which he has commanded thee. Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where you go. Psalm 119 and verse 4. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Proverbs 2 from verse 1 to verse 9. My son, if thou wilt receive my words, and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment, and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness, and judgment, and equity, yea, every good path. Proverbs 4 and verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 10 and verse 4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Proverbs 12 and verse 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. Proverb 13 and verse 4. The soul of the sluggard desireth, and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Proverb 21 and verse 5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of everyone that is hasty only to want. Proverb 22 and verse 29. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. Isaiah 1 and verse 19. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. St. John 2 and verse 17. The zeal of thine house hath eaten me up. Romans 12 from verse 10 to verse 12. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Titus 2 and verse 4. Jesus gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity, and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works. Hebrews 11 and verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. 2 Peter 1 verse 5 to verse 10. Beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that you shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. But he that lacketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off, and hath forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fall. I diligently keep the commandments of the Lord my God, and his testimonies and his statutes which he commanded me. Whatever my hand find to do, I do it with all my might. God, you have commanded me to keep your precepts diligently. I keep my heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. A man becomes poor because he deals with a slack hand, but I am the diligent, and my hand makes rich. I am the diligent, and my hand shall bear rule. My soul shall be made fat. My thoughts tend only to plenteousness. I am a diligent man in business. Therefore I shall stand before kings. I shall not stand before obscure men. I am willing and obedient. Therefore I shall eat the good of the land. The zeal of your house, Lord, has eaten me up. I am not slothful in business, but I am fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Lord, I please you because I come to you in faith, and Lord, you are a rewarder of them that diligently seek you. I give all diligence, and I add to my faith virtue. I add to virtue knowledge. I add to knowledge temperance. I add to temperance patience. I add godliness to patience. To godliness I add brotherly kindness. And to brotherly kindness I add love. These things are in me, and they abound. As a result, I shall never be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. I give diligence to make my calling and my election sure, and because I do these things, I shall never fall.